Um, Another small thing that I think it's nice, especially with private referrals that you give as the form of a template letter. There's this referral tab that appeared, right, on your tabs. So when you click on that, you will see where you refer the patient and when. When you double click on this, it will bring you to the exact consultation on your list, the exact transaction. You see, it brought me up here automatically, where this referral was created. So on your tabs here, right, with your problems, messages, all of those things, there's new things called referral. You will have a list that says patient, obviously, so there is just one fake one. But you have a list of any referrals you send through HealthLink out. And it will work retrospectively as well. Even though the feature was developed just recently, it will work for all referrals sent through HealthLink in past. If you double click on that, it will bring you automatically to this transaction when this referral was made. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because we got this epiphany and we said, Philippe, we have. I, I think it was discussed that, oh, other software has it, we don't. And then what we realized is, when I was trying to think, okay, what's the logic? Can we apply any logic how to make it happen? If you think about any health link referrals, you always have then this item created automatically, referral specialty. And the content of this item tells you what to put in. And that's essentially the logic. That's why it was easy to develop, because there is a good structure, good logic. Again, strength of HealthOne, that we have things well coded, right? So that's how it works. The extra benefit of that is that I can create a custom thing. So I can put this item myself manually. So if I have any transaction opened and I start writing referral specialty or first letters of those two words, it will come up. And if I put that I refer someone to Greg's Awesome Clinic, it will appear here as well, even though technically it was not health link, because it's not looking for health link, it's looking for this item that I can put in manually as well. So that tells you already that if you make a private referral to a consultant, to a physio, to GP with special interest, that they're not on health link, but they're on health mail, if you go one step further and put extra effort and you put actually this item underneath, that you will see all those referrals here, actually, not only health links, right? No, it's there. The item is there because it's there for health link already. Item is there. No. The item is called referral specialty. It's there. Correct. Correct. Like in any consultation, like if you have it opened and you want to add weight, you can just start typing weight, hit enter, and you can put a weight in coded manner. So same with this thing. You can add referral specialty in coded manner. You just start typing that, and you put the name of a consultant or type of clinic or whatever you decide to be your practice policy. Now, it will only be as good as your doctors use it, right? So like, it's manual process. Yes, it adds extra step, but I argue it's an excellent idea. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You can't change it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so with editing stuff in HealthOne, that already comes. My favorite quote from Ben Parker, the Spider-Man's dad, right? With great power comes great responsibility. So that's what HealthOne is. You have a great power, you have adjusted, you can change it, you can modify a lot, but you need to know what you're doing. Now, if you're changing it because you make it factual, that's appropriate. Yeah, so you made appropriate correction. Yeah. So whatever content you see, that's what will be shown in the referral tab. Health link. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, that's indeed a bug. Yeah. 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 I'll ask Platz if that's something they can work with, or is it something that they can't? Because sometimes like there are things that like tough luck, they just can't change it. Yeah. 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 It's not. Yeah. Resending health link referral is the pain in the arse. Yes. It's essentially not practical. Yeah. 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 So it is not. That's fucking criminal, but like. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure there's a good solution. I never, I really don't ever try to write PDF. Now, I guess but again, it depends on how you want to work. I try to make my note in a way that's nearly ready to be sent as referral, you know? So if I'm writing a note, I try to make it in a way that my, my subjective goes to my reason for referral, my objective goes to examination, my assessment goes for reason, my plan goes to comment automatically. So I try to keep it in my brain in a way that let's write this note the best way I can, that it's sufficient to be referral just by triggering Control F8 to open health link, just send it out. Um, and the top one will be sent, yeah. True. Yeah, because the first one will be taken into account. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. But how is that legal that they can like? Yeah. Yeah, no, don't delete, don't delete. Now, obviously, you have audit tray, right? So anything that was saved, integrated into patient file, if you delete it, it's not truly deleted, just hidden from being shown, right? Uh, but it's but then you have to remember to actually look for that, right? You have to remember to look for those hidden things. So I agree, like don't delete. There's no reason to delete those referrals then, even if you send it again, because if there is, God forbid, patient harm and they're asking, oh, why the GP did not refer, you can show, well, no, I did refer on that date and it had been accepted. So that's system problem from the other side that they didn't acknowledge. So to make it even better, there are things called synonyms in our items, right? Meaning that if I have item I like to use, but it needs quite a few letters to be typed in to show up, I can define a synonym. So rather than referral specialty and typing 7 characters because there's space in between, I can hit on define synonym and put REFF. There's no item that has REFF, but it will become a synonym to my referral specialty. So the next time I just type REFF and I have referral specialty, right? You can do it with any item as well. So I did it for, let's say, respiratory rate. I put RRRR and I have respiratory rate. You can do it for heart rate, HHHH, and I have heart rate item coming up. So if there are items you use frequently and you want to make it easier to be used, that's how you do it. It will be surgery wide. So if you talk to your colleagues, what are the things they are using, you can agree on your kind of synonyms dictionary. It'll be easier. Excuse me? You're not changing the item. You are just creating a shortcut, a link, just like if you have on computer, you have your document somewhere and you create a shortcut of that on a desktop. You can call the shortcut whatever you want, but you don't change the actual name of the file that you're accessing. Yeah, so you find your item in item selector, you right click on it, and those are the options. If you hit define a synonym, this is how you will define it. Yeah? Family circle. Yeah. Sorry, which numbers were missing? I guess there's no number because we never thought to put it in. What's the relevance of it? Is there, do you think? Yeah, but that's across their lifespan. So what is the benefit? Is it just causing unnecessary noise, or is it actually giving you useful information? I'm not saying I have the right answer. I'm just opening for discussion. Yeah. But if you think about, with number between drugs and allergy, that's relevant in a way that if you prescribe, to look there, Probably not. Probably not. Because it's just a simple count. Count how many items are there. Family circle that caused some problems as well recently, right? It is not turned on by default to be shown. So you have to go through your view, analysis, grid, and then family for that to be shown. That's how you activate it. Once you activate it, you have this family tab. And if you add people to somebody's family, that's how you can easily switch between them. Like, oh, by the way, did you check my husband's results? Like, fuck, what's your husband's name? I don't remember. So just double family, double click, you have it easily, right? You can add people by clicking plus button, and then you get patient selector, and you can pick your patient meaning pick the family member of the patient they had opened. And that's how it will look there, right? So you will see their date of births. If you can add relationship as well, what kind of relation is there, but you have them in a click on a mouse. The other way to add them is from actual patient selector. So you can right click on a patient on patient selector. You can add a new patient to the same family. So if you have family registering, you add their address, all of those things for one, and then you just add the new for the same family, and they'll be created within the same family already. The third way to add them is through delivering babies, right? So if you deliver babies from the pregnancy tab, it will ask for their details. meaning what was the mode of delivery, what was the date of delivery, first name and sex. And once you put this information in and you click on create, it will create the baby that will be automatically linked to the mother, also in terms of the admin details, right? Now, this is what created a lot of problems recently, right? Meaning that somebody sent by accident email to somebody from family circle rather than to a patient they intended to send it. This is where a bit of magic comes to IT, because I was not able to reproduce it. I don't know why. And even with this new thing, I'm still not able to make it work for me. So I have screenshots from kind of testing environment, HealthOne. But anyway, now when you go to your tools options internet, you have this option that is turned off by default, right? So when update will be pushed to you, by default, it will be turned off. You can turn it on if you wish to, meaning add family emails to the proposed patient emails. But again, off by default. If you decide to activate it, and from your creating, when you send out direct email, you have this. Oh, they logged me out from Canvalian. So when you go to the sending out direct email, you don't have to type. You can click on the envelope and that will show you patient's email. But if you decide to activate that, it will also show you emails of the family members in family circle. Now, intent was probably good, because intent was to, like, if you have a minor that they're linked to a parent, you can send it to a parent for the minor. But I guess it wasn't clear enough here. So in brackets now you have also relation and the name of the person to whom you're sending, right? Are you happy? Yes, it's coming. Depending which update you are on with HealthOne, if you're in beta side or not, but it will be pushed out to everybody. Yeah. No, if you didn't add type of relationship, it has no way to know who is it for the patient. But it will tell you that the name, right? So it will tell you it's not their email. And we're with emails, so sometimes if you want to change, update a letter because you made a mistake, you want to add something and you want to send it again, it sometimes can open in Word or LibreOffice, OpenOffice, whatever you're using, rather than within HealthOne. And then you don't have all of your kind of smart envelopes to send it out. So this is where you can tell HealthOne what applications it should be using to manage different file types. So tool options and multimedia association. This is where you want to set it. If you click that you want HealthOne to display RTF documents, this is when, if you open your quick letter and you make any change, it will open again in the editor. So it will allow you to add trends, add things from file that happened before, maybe you didn't add it, send it out again. But it has to be opened through HealthOne. If it's opened by anything external, it won't be possible. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Another option. I didn't know that you can do it. Yeah. You see, you learn every day, and it's still very stupid. But yes, that's how you can default it to it. Same with opening PDFs. You can decide, and images. You can decide to open it inside or outside, depending what is your preference. Do you like the image viewer in HealthOne, or you prefer something that you're using yourself because you think it's better. Oh, I would never make mistake of relying on Microsoft, and I'll get to it in a second. So essentially, that's what works for you. The important thing to consider is with images with TIFFs that have few pages. Some image viewers, when you open it in external, they just show you first page without an option to show another one. So this is potential risk that you're not aware there's second page. With HealthOne, you will see the arrow on the side, yellow arrow, I think, from memory. You can move, no, green, right and left. In front of you has yellow. So you can go right and left. You can go through all the pages, right? Versus, and I think it was actually what you're referring to. I think the Microsoft Photo Viewer by default was not allowing you to go to the next page. So this is when you could make incorrect assumption that you have just part of the letter, and then, whereas in fairness you have it all. So once you change it for HealthOne to display RTF document, that's what you will get. So it will have all those beautiful icons that we love in the top. So if you want to email it, if you want to add something to the letter from the history, you can do it. And that's how you will know the icon is different down below, right? So this Word document will change to this type of icon. So that's how you know what is the default software managing it. And since we're talking about software use, so those are things I'm using. And added benefit is that if you have this PDF reader, if you have this email client opened before, meaning it doesn't open the moment you click, let's say I have an image, right? And if you have HealthOne opened and you double click on this image and it opens the window with the image, but then you say, well, actually, I want to alt tab in and out because let's say it's a prescription. It won't allow you. You have to close the image to go back to HealthOne to open prescription module, and then, oh, but what was there? So you have to close prescription module, open image again. But I use referral view as my image viewer. So if I open it before, I have it opened already background, and then I double click on the image within HealthOne, it doesn't lock, meaning I can go back and forth between image and HealthOne. So I can see the image on the side and I can go back to HealthOne and do the prescription while I'm looking at the image. Same with PDF, and that's especially handy for PDFs from consultants that do not create images from their letters, but actual text that you can select and you can paste in, right? So what I mean by that is, if I have my Foxit reader opened on the side, and I have here my HealthOne, and here is my email client, right? So if I have attachment in my email client, and I don't think Microsoft Outlook supports that because I was trying before, unless something changed, you can just drag and drop attachment to the file, patient's file, to the transaction, and you can just add the name of the item and you comment if you want, job done, right? It's there. Then if you have this attachment opened in your PDF reader of choice, and you can select something, you have your select tool here. You select some content and you can put it into item report as a content. Right? So that's how your transaction will look like after. So you don't have to come in and out, copy paste. I didn't test it with Adobe PDF Acrobat Reader. I would assume it will work exactly the same and well. The prerequisite is that you open the Adobe PDF Reader separately. Even before HealthOne, you can open it, right? So you open the software, you don't close it, you keep it in the background. Then you open your patient, you open your attachment, and then you should be able to copy paste it in and out by just Alt Tab is the shortcut that changes windows. So you can either click around it or you can just do Alt Tab and it should move you from one window to the next window in the order of what you had used most recently. Yeah, so that's, I think, in terms of EM client, what I'm using as a email client, or all of them. Yeah, it does support help. It does support Microsoft Exchange. Yes, I don't. Yeah. Yes. Hmm? Like again, whatever works for you. If you have other procedure workflow that actually works and you find it good, you can do what you want. Yeah, so I think that's quicker. Same like dropping pictures, right? You can drag and drop picture as well. So to save it. And so there is a free tier that allows you to have, I think, 1 or 2 emails within it. Yes, but then if you think about it for your practice, you would have, your patient kind of email in a way. So your at pramud.com, right? Meaning your reception for patients coming in, emails coming out to, to your phone company, to your bins, to all of that, because you have to communicate with them as well, and they're not on health mail. So that's one email you need, kind of business email, and the other one is healthcare email, your health mail. So any practice would have at least 2 emails realistically, 2 different domains. At least. I will not tell you how many I have because I'm embarrassed. Yes and no, because you will get then patients sending you stuff as well. They might be making photograph of their prescription. They might be making photograph of their letter. They might be sending you prescription requests. And they're sending you shitloads of stuff, So you want to have it. You don't want to have then 5 different applications, and remember to check all 5 of them every day. You want to have it as easy and as little things to remember as possible, right? Well, when I was trying it, it didn't. So drag and drop worked for Mozilla Thunderbird. It worked fine. It works fine for EM client. For Microsoft Outlook, for some reason, it didn't. All right. Okay. So maybe they provided some updates, because then our setup is that reception workstations have 2 screens, right? So you can have your HealthOne open on one screen, because HealthOne does not like really sharing one big screen. It's awkward. But if HealthOne is on one screen and you have your email client, your PDF reader, whatever else on the second screen, then it's just very easy to drag and drop. And with images, it will automatically suggest that, well, do you want to resize it smaller because it seems too big. Before, the auto resizing was only working if you click the camera icon, but it wasn't working when you drag and drop. And now drag and drop also will prompt you to think about, do you want to resize it? Okay. I see I lost your focus because coffee came. Yes. Okay. Yes. So, few reasons, I guess. Meaning you don't like it. You don't like the message tab. Incorrect. No. So the messages is only for internal HealthOne messages related to this particular patient. Yeah. So what's bad about it? Yeah. But it's not changing when it's saved how it's saved. The only thing is changes how you can access it. I don't know because I never use it. I never use making it private. I don't know. We have to ask Rory. Oh, last 6 months? Are you serious? Oh, I don't know the answer. I wanted to blame on Rory. I can't now. I don't know. Now, my assumption in general about putting things in HealthOne is my assumption always was that once you put it in HealthOne, it's there, and it's part of healthcare records. But had said that, when you're exporting this, I'm not sure if the messages are transported as well, or if you print if you print. I don't know. But like, but why do you find it as a danger? Why do you see it as a danger? Okay. It will. Yes. I don't know. I would say that anything that I wouldn't be happy for patient to read, I would not be putting to HealthOne at all. I would be using. I appreciate that. So that means you have another channel of communication through some LAN-only enabled chats for that purpose, I would argue. But I think that in general, anything that goes to patient file belongs to patient. I think. I don't know answer to this question. I would have to check with lads. But even if it wasn't here, it was still linked to the patient. Yes. No, but I mean, like, if you send out an internal message and you click link to the patient, it's linked to the patient. So meaning when you click on it, it will open the patient. If you don't link it to the patient, if you send it without linking, it won't. Yeah. But it was always linked anyway. Well, it would be if it was linked, it was always discoverable. So from IT perspective of how it was linked, it was always linked. The only thing that has changed is the way you can access it. But it was always there. So you just became. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Now I'll be devil's advocate. I will tell you why I think it's good. It's there. I think it's good. It's there because if there was message sent about, I don't know, letter came in, prescription came in, or somebody was worried about something, but I haven't seen the patient recently. If it wasn't read, it will be marked here as something that's not read. It's still there. I can see only messages I send, or I can click show me all messages. So if there's a dispute over something, oh, they said they will do that, I can see that quickly. I can go to messages, click show me all, and I can see the history of communication and what happened. So yeah, I'm. I'll try to check during the break. I'll log into my practice. I'll try to find something who's recently added because I don't really know, so I don't want to mislead you. But my assumption always. Yeah, well, yeah, but my assumption was always for some reason that whatever's in HealthOne is always linked to the patient. It's there, you know. Do you know better, Michael? You know better with your migration experience. Do you know? Yeah. 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 So we come from different assumptions. So my assumption was always that whatever's in patient's file, it belongs to the patient's file, you know. And so that's why we had separate LAN-only chat method of communication. If you needed to vent in written form, you can vent in written form. That is plausible deniable because it's not recorded anywhere, you know. Yeah. One-way communication, you mean? But you see all the messages even from before, no? There, meaning it had been always linked. No, I don't know. I'll have to ask Vlad. I'll have to ask Vlad next week, and I'll get back through a email list later because I don't know the honest answer. Don't look at me like they wanted to kill me. Yeah. 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 Mm. Okay. Speaking of bananas, there's fruit there as well. Yeah. Yeah. I'm able to see all the messages. Is it because maybe it was the private button that was clicked, no? Because I can see all the messages. Yeah. So from my experience of using that is I'm able to see even if I wasn't involved in send from, send to, but I'm not able to delete it if I'm not a party of communication. The only person who sent it is able, I think, or who received it, one of those, is able to delete it. But if you're a third party to conversation, you're able to see it, you're not able to delete it. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it's argument over views. Like, as I said, my thinking always is that patient file is about the patient, not about me. So if there's communication about the patient, anybody involved in care of the patient should be able to see the message because there might be something significant for their care. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying what is my thinking. So maybe I didn't consider that as, oh, it's bad because I thought, yeah, it belongs to the patient. So if I'm seeing them, I need to be aware of context, you know? Because I feel like if you link it, like, yeah. Yeah, that's funny how you say. I don't know. We'll check. We'll check. Let's check. Okay. So, tea coffee?